Do you guys know where your food comes from or how it's grown? Hi, my name is Cameron Guidry, and I chose National Featured Farmers of America organization. So the FFA teaches kids how to be a successful farmer and be involved with their church, family, community, school, and sports. I chose this topic because I want to get a degree in agriculture. I want to be an agriculture geneticist. So I'm going to start off by talking about my toolbox. So I chose the toolbox for my toolbox because the FFA teaches kids how to work on equipment and everything. So I'm going to pull out my first item here. My first item is a socket set because the FFA teaches, they're very organized, like the socket set, on the organized service projects and things like that, and again, how to work on equipment. So my second item in my toolbox is a set of wrenches. So here at the bottom, we got the little 1/4-inch wrench, which stands for a local chapter head, and then how you can move all the way up to the 1-inch wrench, which stands for the officer team. Okay, now let me get the third item out here. The third item is a screwdriver. Everyone has a screwdriver in their house. Everyone has some bit of agriculture. They just have to find it. Okay, so the officer team is in charge of the FFA. They are voted on by every FFA member at the FFA National Convention. So the current FFA officer team is President Brianna Holbert, Vice Presidents Piper Merritt, Ian Bennett, Bryce Clef, and Gracie Flemish, and Secretary Erica Byer. So the FFA was founded in 1928 by Walter Newman. He was a Georgia agriculture professor, and he started the FFA when he saw kids were losing interest in agriculture. So a similar club called 4-H was started in Ohio in 1902 by A.B. Graham. It was originally called the Growing Corn Club. So 4-H is a smaller version of the FFA. It's for kids that just want to know the basics of agriculture and everything. So in 1965, the FFA merged with NFA, New Farmers of America. And at the time, NFA had over 1,000 chapters and over 50,000 members. Now currently, the FFA has over 8,500 chapters and over 653,360 members, ranging from ages 12 to 21. Chillicothe, Missouri has the largest FFA chapter in Missouri with over 175 members. 4-H has over 3,000 chapters and 6 million members and over 25 million alumni, 43% of which these members come from a rural community. 4-H says there's, on average, at least one 4-H member in every community across the U.S. So the FFA headquarters are in Alexandria, Virginia. It is on George Washington's estate. 27.5 acres of his estate was donated by the U.S. government to the FFA for their headquarters. The 4-H headquarters are in Washington, D.C. because the 4-H is partnered with the USDA. 4-H has 4 characteristics: head, heart, hands, and health. Head stands for education and clear thinking. Heart stands for loyalty and love for agriculture. Hands stand for hands in a larger service like community service. And health stands for a better living. So research shows that 4-H members are 2 times more likely to live a healthier lifestyle and 4 times more likely to give back to their community. So let me talk about the FFA motto real quick. The FFA motto is learning to do, doing to learn, learning to live, and living to serve. While the 4-H motto is to make the best better. And these mottos can be used on just about anything, whether it's schoolwork or something like that. So the Livestock Program in the FFA is very big. The Livestock Program has any student or 4-H member take care of an animal, whether it be a horse or a cow or a chicken or something, usually for a year to 2 years. And then some chapters will have you sell the animal at an auction or something. But the purpose of the Livestock Program is to teach kids about livestock, raising livestock and everything, and to teach them responsibility. So as of this year, the FFA gave away thousands of scholarships ranging from $1,200 to $5,000 to students that proceed a degree in agriculture. And so let me talk about the FFA's 2 biggest sponsors and longest sponsors. So Ford Motor Company is the 2nd largest sponsor of the FFA. They have sponsored the FFA for 69 years and have donated $9.2 million in scholarship funds, along with trucks and mechanics and everything. And the longest sponsor of the FFA is John Deere. They have sponsored the FFA for 70 years, and they supply equipment, tractors, mechanics, and they supply scholarship funds. So let me talk about my extension project. It's over there. It looks like a brick. It's a kind of a hunk of concrete. What it is, it's a section out of a fuel barrel. So what happens a lot of times is farmers forget that they have a fuel barrel out at a certain location, and when they're backing up equipment or something or servicing equipment, they run into the fuel barrel. That puts a big hole in it. Sometimes it causes sparks, and the fuel barrel ends up blowing up, and then it takes a long time to clean everything up, and it's a very expensive fine from the EPA. So what my design does is it prevents a large tractor from easily piercing the steel and causing an explosion and a big disaster. And it also keeps the fuel above 32 degrees in the winter most of the time. So in conclusion, I have talked about how the FFA teaches the key elements and skills needed in agriculture. So thank you.